Don't look under the internet.
You know what's I don't
It
feel
won't be
bad about
monetized, it's
doing
fine.
is saying
Honk.
honk everyone and welcome to Don't Look Under the Internet.
Horn if you're honky.
You have your main boys. You have Doug,
Hey!
Jason,
Hello.
Oh, I thought they were going to kiss.
this is your boy.
I was thinking about it.
It's Mike. Hi.
It's Jaboy.
It's Jaboy. Moot's not here.
Crispy?
He's doing family stuff, so he's off another week, and that's okay. You just have diluted.
I didn't know
Classic.
he had a family.
It's like a bunch of Bigfoots.
Oh,
he
that
made
makes
them.
sense.
Yeah,
I thought it was a bunch of cars.
It could be.
No. Take that back. I don't want to get Mike
NASCARs.
started.
No.
Anyway,
been a
yeah, don't
cars
get me
kinda
on that.
week.
I just had a real.
Plus, we have a countdown going here. We got a snappy
house
above your head.
keeping.
Above your head.
Clap above your wiener.
We have a couple people that I want to shout out. A couple beautiful people.
Beautiful
Over on our
Badoop.
Patreon, we
Badoop.
have some names. We're gonna play the game. Good name, bad name.
Name?
Good cop, bad cop.
I think we should just call it bad name.
It's called bad names.
It's bad name.
First
name.
one I have here is cryptic unnamed. Cryptic unnamed.
It's bad.
What's up, cryptic unnamed?
It's bad.
If you added one more, like if it was like cryptic, unnamed, unknown,
Or
that'd be
reverse
yes,
it,
I'm there.
unnamed cryptic.
That's
Or
you
cryptid.
got this. You see,
know
you're
what I mean? Yeah.
since we've given you a new name.
This is-
obviously,
This is the
no,
Lovecraft
no.
conundrum. Because it says cryptid unknown or unnamed or whatever, but that's a
What does
that's
that
the
mean?
name.
That is the name. It's the Lovecraft quandary.
Yeah.
2 thumbs down. Figure it out. Change it.
Get your life together.
Thank you so much for.
You give us money every
becoming
month.
a,
Get your shit
supporting
together.
member.
This is what they want. They just want to be berated.
Oh, yeah.
The next one is Cody McDonald. 0. It sounds like it's just your regular name. Sorry, buddy. I don't make the rules. I just
Unless
follow 'em.
Do you
Unless.
own any stake in McDonald's?
Or
McDonald's
do you know
doesn't serve
an
you
old
steak?
McDonald?
We would love a McFlurry named after us, so hit
what
us
if
up.
they had a steak McFlurry?
Moving
steak.
on. We have over at our website at deluded.com, we have a couple people. Cody McDonald, name's fine. It's standard.
Good
it's
job.
bad.
You have a name.
It's your Christian given name, and you gave it to us.
Change it.
You have
You gave it to us?
Caked Up Capybara.
All right.
Yes.
I
Okay,
like that. Like a
that's
dummy
pretty
thick
funny.
capybara.
That sounds familiar.
Caked up capybara.
There was something with capybaras at some point.
I mean, no.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right.
I could be wrong. I have been drinking.
Yeah. And then we
Jason
have
is known to be wrong sometimes.
We have
a lot actually.
Roblox.
Yo, fire name. Fire name. You got any Robux, bro?
You got any Robux, bro?
Send them our way.
Send us V-Bucks at
No, it's Robux.
and
It's
Robux.
Robux.
V-Bucks is fork knife.
Fork knife.
I'm pretty sure.
I
Pretty
don't
sure
know.
that's
I
a
don't-
fork knife
I don't
thing.
know these games.
As he talks about them.
That's different. That's different entirely. You know that. Anyway, that concludes housekeeping.
Good job, Mike. We did
Transition
Thank
right
you.
into
Transition.
what are you?
Oh yeah, we're gonna we're just getting through
We're
all
ri-
this
dude,
shit.
we got 2 minutes. You gotta go fast.
What are you drinking? What are you thinking? There's a bottle here and it's empty.
Honk.
What are you drinking? And pass it here.
Bulliet. Oh yeah, you
Bulliet.
have some, don't you?
You know the funny thing is, people complain that our intros are too long, but we're like fast tracking this one where people are gonna be like, "What the fuck is happening?" With
Right.
these, crackheads.
Well, that's
here?
the point.
Yeah, we're
Like
trying
everyone
to do,
too confused to know what we're doing.
Yeah.
our newest thing is do our intros so that I guess 10 minutes is too long for some people. Fucking dickheads.
Either way, we are drinking some Bulliet rye.
Is it Bulliet or just Bullet?
I think it's bullet.
I think it's just pronounced Bullet.
I don't know. There's an I in there, so I pronounce it.
Let us know in the comments.
How wrong I am.
Or don't.
Or don't. Do whatever
don't
you
care.
want. No one fucking cares.
Yeah, that's what we're drinking.
God.
It's a standard, pretty standard whiskey.
We're drinking butt
Yeah.
juice, so thanks for asking.
Fresh.
And like the motto goes, when you hear the clink, drink.
Bink.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Ooh, that's good, squishy.
Oh, that's a salty liquid IV.
We're
That is
starting. We wanted to start October off because we're recording on October 1st.
It's
It
spooky
is.
season,
It's
y'all.
spooky season.
It's
and
spooky season.
we wanted to kick this off in a very good
In a good way.
In a good way. And by a good way, I mean in a way where we're just going to talk about some weird random shit. We're going to do some more Deludi presents things we found.
Things we found.
Things we found that aren't long enough to be their own topics, so we smashed them into one episode.
You ever bent on the internet?
Now in Technicolor.
Joseph?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, we came across some interesting and somewhat spooky things, and I thought it'd be fun for us to fucking talk about them. I also have a bonus one if we need it.
I have
at
3.
the end.
I have one.
Awesome.
I have one that will literally make you two talk for like 45 minutes.
All right.
So I'm going
Why
to let
don't
you guys
s-
pick which one I talk
Mine's
about.
super short.
Do we want to start with you?
I don't know. How's yours?
What do you want to do?
Mine's somewhat short.
You've kind of designed
I'll
this
start it.
episode.
You know
Yeah.
what mine is.
Yeah, I
so-
do. I'll start it because I've been talking about mine for a couple weeks now, and I've wanted to get it out there.
Okay.
I've told you guys about it. I'm gonna tell you people all about it now. So this one is called "The Face in TV Static."
Oh, right.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my fuck yes.
So there
I'm so
was
excited to talk
a
about this.
Reddit post a while back in fucking September of 2022, and it starts off. It's from 4chan, and the original post starts off saying, "Hello X, while talking with my friend, while talking with my friend, they sent a video of their TV, zooming in on a face surrounded by static. They're residing in a Super 8 hotel with channels 1 through 68." Yet they found an unnamed channel, 73. The top right corner of the video says Plus TV, which appears to be a now defunct Finnish broadcasting service. There's no sound, and the TV manufacturer is Samsung. They found other channels with static and no sound, but no others have the face or Plus TV logo. Here's a video of the channel and other static channels. Neither of us or the other two people in this have found anything else online regarding this. Doug, can you do me a favor while I kind of explain this a little bit? Can you
Wow,
just post
caught me off guard.
Can you just post an image of the face in the Patreon chat for me?
Yeah, I got you.
Cool, thank you. But
Face.
this was
in
interesting
the
to me.
TV.
this was interesting to me,
Static. Google.
mostly because there's not a whole lot to it.
Keep going, Mike.
This is the worst set of images I've ever seen in my life.
Let's put Super 8. There's not a
Oh,
whole
yeah.
lot
Super
to this one.
8 Google.
But
Aren't you happy, Mike?
no, I'm not actually. Not a whole lot.
That
to
didn't
this
help.
one. Oh my god, I'll fucking do it myself, Doug. Be more useless today.
I got it, Mike. I got it. I just have to take a screenshot, I
There you
guess.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so there's not much to this one, like I've been
Whoa.
trying to say this whole time. But
Look at that face.
I just thought it was a legitimately creepy fucking aesthetic, and that's why I wanted to go with this. So, this guy posted it on 4chan, and throughout the entire 4chan thread, he begins to give us more evidence, more photos, more videos of this face. The guy that originally posted it said that his friends stayed at the Super 8. He himself went to...
I love a good Super 8, you know?
Never been to one.
That's fine.
I've never really been with a prostitute before, so I have no reason
Well,
to go to a Super 8.
If you get lucky, they'll leave you breakfast under your pillow.
Is that a euphemism for something? I don't know. where you're
I don't
getting
think
at.
so. If you've
Okay.
never reached under your pillow and pulled out just some biscuits and gravy.
We'll talk about that later.
Sorry, that was gross.
We'll talk about that later. So, is that like yeast and semen? Is that what the joke is?
It's really whatever you want to imagine sticking your hand into a goopy hot substance under a pillow
So,
might be. There you
The
go.
the,
Yep.
the poster. we're gonna-
Jokes are funnier if you have to
past it.
explain them.
The poster.
It sucks when I zone out and I hear goopy hot semen hand, and I'm just like, all right,
Honestly,
where
it's
where
better
was
that
I?
that's all you heard.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So OP here goes into this 4chan thread. He's like, I even went there. Here's some more proof, and he sends up this new proof and these videos of this specific Super 8. And he's like, I've gone there twice, and this has been there. It's kind of creepy. Coincidentally, same room each time. So
Ooh, weird.
he's like, this is fucking weird, right?
are there
And-
other rooms in the hotel?
Yeah, but he's only been to the one.
Okay.
Yeah. So 4chan ain't having it. They're pretty much just like,
keep going. I'm sorry. I'm
No,
getting
you're fine.
distracted.
4chan ain't having it. They're like, this is fake. Like, It's so easy to fake
As they
this.
do.
Yeah, he's like, were you just plugging in like an HDMI into the back of the TV with like an image? Was that what you were doing? But he does have video of him cycling through the channels and everything. So that's not the case. There's a couple theories on what's going on. Obviously, haunted theory. This room's haunted by this creepy ass face in the TV. But that theory leaves out a little bit because it's a still image, and B, you have this Plus TV logo, which again is like a Finnish broadcasting service. So odds are this is like a screenshot from some Finnish show, and it's being muffled by static. You know what I mean?
But why?
Couple theories.
Oh.
First theory. People thought this guy was trying to make an ARG out of this.
Okay.
And he pretty much...
As one does.
Yeah,
right.
and he kind of nipped in the butt. Although, kind of a cool concept. I'm seeing faces in the static in TVs everywhere I go. That'd be creepy.
What movie was that? White Noise.
Yes.
That reminds me so heavily of White Noise.
I have no idea what that is.
terrible horror movie.
It's not great, yeah.
It's real bad.
Fun
But
concept, it sounds like.
very
It's
fun
exactly
concept.
the concept that we're
It's
talking
this.
about.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
There's
No
like
doubt.
somebody exists in the static and they're trying to like switch places.
Oh, that is creepy.
Yeah,
kind of like
very.
a mirrors situation.
It's mirrors, but with analog static instead of reflective
Mirrors
surfaces.
scared me too much growing up. Damn you, Kiefer Sutherland.
It was a good one.
Yeah,
That
right.
scene where she rips her own jaw off,
yeah.
like that stuck in my brain.
Yeah, I didn't like that one bit.
Just
That's
Oh!
what turned me off of like horror movies entirely for like a
for a hot
decade
minute.
because gore. But so that's
Here
one
we
theory.
are.
He tried. Yeah, here we are. That's one theory is he's trying to make an ARG. He nipped that in the bud. He's like, no, I'm not trying to make an ARG. Like, here's more proof of this thing happening, and why would I'm not gonna make an ARG after I just denied. Say I'm making an ARG because if I start making one, then if I start posting cryptic shit, you're gonna know it's an ARG at that point.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he
Oh,
nipped
it's
that
a
in the
cipher.
bud. Yeah, there's a fucking Wingding's prophecy in the
Wingding
in the
fucking
static.
prophecies,
Hey man,
bruh.
we have yet to go over an actual Wingding cipher in an ARG.
Good.
Yeah,
I'd be mad if I came across that.
I would too, honestly. I'd be like,
Fuck you.
All right, okay.
just fuck you.
Fuck you.
The other theory that people think it might be is just a fucking hotel employee just dicking around.
Okay,
So
but like
this guy posted a picture of like the channel listing and the channel guide in the of the hotel, and it does stop at 68. There is nothing after. So people think
Wait, it was Channel 69.
no,
Yeah.
but people think that
have one of those, Doug.
yeah, what's a 68 dumb bitch?
You
Listen,
just said that.
If you have cable, what's your Channel 69? Leave a comment in the comments for us.
yeah.
What is Channel
I'm weirdly
69?
intrigued by that.
But people are like, it might just be like a hotel worker, because they found just a random channel with static, and they're like, I'm just gonna fucking project whatever on it and scare people in the middle of the night, because that's what happened. Apparently, the people that were staying in the room, the guy fell asleep with the TV on and woke up at like 3 a.m, just a face in the static. That would haunt me, dude.
Oh, my life is different now. Like I do things differently now.
That would be my Vietnam.
my wake up routine is very different now than it was before I
Be
saw the
putting
face.
blankets over the
Oh,
TVs
yeah.
at night and everything.
Cover the screens.
Yeah,
Cover 'em.
My
It's
phone.
like I keep seeing these like memes and like on TikTok about like waking up in the middle of the night when you were like in the 90s and shit, and it's like all those fucking different like power ballad jams like
Yeah.
commercials and
Yeah.
shit, or like it's like animals fucking each other like on
Girls Gone Wild.
yeah,
Dude, yeah.
fucking
This could
what
be
a
yours for
simpler
3
time.
easy payments of $39.99.
Girls Gone Wild, girls.
Man, the 90s in us is showing.
Yeah, fucking Spike TV.
Spike TV after 1 a.m.
Ah
With
man,
Mansers. And we're getting off topic at this one.
yo, remember the Man Show?
The Man Show.
Jimmy Kimmel
Jimmy
and
Kimmel.
fucking
Yep.
what's the other dude
guy?
who's
Joe
unrelevant?
Rogan?
No.
I don't fucking know.
That's Fear Factor.
Yeah, that was Fear Factor. I love Fear Factor. I'm
Oh,
not
we're
gonna
off
lie.
topic. Anyway,
Save it for the bonus, Mike.
people thought it could have been an employee dicking around. But that could easily kind of be swayed away because they kept coming back multiple times. And if an employee's dicking
Swayed
around,
away.
you would think that they would probably be changing up the images or something throughout the night. You know what I mean? Or throughout the weeks and the months.
Can you
to
imagine
keep
just some
shit
nerd in the back room being like,
fresh.
"Fuck, man, this is hilarious." Like, maybe if I put my face in the fucking static, we'll fucking freak someone out. The Motel 8
Say, hey,
in the middle of nowhere.
I'm
Got him.
Motel famous.
Yeah. The third and most likely scenario is broadcasting pirates. So
Fucking pirates.
Can you
dude.
say that one more time?
broadcast pirates,
What is their MO?
same as the guy that did what was the Chicago one? Max
Plundering your
Headroom?
booty?
I want you to essentially show me an image of tech pirates, like literal like.
You're just gonna get the Techno Viking. I feel.
Well, okay, so what's the point of a pirate hijacking the Motel 8's
Here's the
Channel
thing.
69?
Here's the thing. Here's the running theory. So someone
a good question.
someone on the 4chan channel actually commented, and they were like, "Hey, I used to do broadcast pirating back in the day, and it was nothing major. It was just a fun little hobby. And this is what I would do. Essentially, they would hijack a certain frequency. It wasn't specifically targeted at like the fucking Super 8 motel, but if the hotel was on that frequency, which considering it's 2022 and they were still using analog television,
we can bring.
they were probably on that broadcast
You can
spectrum.
actually go back to our episode on the Max Headroom fucking hijacking.
Mm-hmm.
The whole reason that happened is because the entire system operates off of frequency management, which basically says if there's a signal broadcasting on a frequency, whichever one does it the strongest is the one that gets broadcast.
This was essentially Max Headroom, just extremely lower quality.
Just local.
This guy's he since he was doing it for so long, he pretty much gave the most accurate theory. He's like, I used to do this as a kid, so what more than likely is happening is the broadcast signal that channel 73 is on, because it's not being used in that hotel, is probably a very, very low band frequency that has no protections to it or nothing, because it's not being used, so no one gives a shit. So they would put out, just so they know that these pirates know that their like software and their machines are working properly, they'll send out just like test broadcasts of just a stale image, just to make sure their stuff is working and there's no complications. And he thinks that that's what it is. He thinks it's just a test image that this pirate is just using just to test his equipment, make sure everything's functioning properly. That's why it's the same image, because a dude testing his equipment's not going to select new
you wouldn't
images every
change
time.
your
Yeah,
shit.
He doesn't care.
You also want to make sure that it's consistent.
Exactly. It's a test. So,
At least that's where my head goes.
Yeah, exactly. It's a test. You want to make sure it's consistent. You don't care about changing it up.
Right.
It is what it is. So he's like, honestly, it's probably that, given the fact that it's not a moving image, it's a stale image, and it's happening on a broadcast spectrum that is not being used by this hotel and not being used often in 2022 in general. It's very rare that these are used anymore because nothing is analog.
But, so it was strong enough, though, to get picked up.
It was strong enough to be picked up because of the way that the Super 8 more than likely has their shit.
Gotcha.
Program.
Yeah.
He was like judging by the fact that it's Super 8, they're not the most high tech facilities. They're probably using way older technology to air their shit on these TVs because it's just basic programming for them.
Okay.
So they think that's what all it is, was just test footage.
Just
a
footage?
test image from a pirate. A local
This is like
pirate.
the fucking the mystery goddamn signal, the radio signal,
The Homer one?
the Homer
Yeah,
signal. This
yeah,
is
that we
just
just
like
covered.
that. Yeah,
Same thing.
Same concept.
But again,
This is such a lower scale than that, though.
Yeah,
This
I
is like-
love this idea only because the fact that it's
so
just a fucking
specific.
creepy face in TV static.
and it's one TV, right? Like
Yeah,
it's,
that's
as far
that's
as we
why
know.
I like it,
Yeah.
because it's just the one guy with the one TV. It's not a
Exactly.
bunch
Ooh.
of people that
Now,
have
he
their
did-
accounts of it.
He
like,
didn't. So there are other accounts of it.
Is
The guy
there?
did
Oh,
say,
okay.
because people
This-
thought he was making up. He's like, go to the fucking Super 8 and see it yourself. It's on channel 73. I'm not making this shit up.
Oh, it's
So
not
there are
69?
on
Fuck.
YouTube. You can look it up. There are 2 other videos of people who have captured the footage themselves as well, which means that the Super 8 probably isn't aware that this is happening, or they,
they don't
do
care.
and they don't give a shit
They
because
just
it's
don't
a
give a
fucking
fuck
Super 8
because they're
hotel.
paid minimum wage.
Exactly.
Right.
But still, how fucking creepy. I know it's, again.
Well, it's so because now Doug brought this to my attention by saying like how targeted this was. Like this, yes, Max Headroom was the entire Chicagoland area. Like it was just the greater Chicagoland.
you guys are about to be picked up by the Uber, huh? I just got that message.
Yeah, we're almost there, bud.
Holy shit.
But no, fuck.
Sick.
What was I about to say? Damn it!
Haha. If you forgot, it's not important.
Oh, the
Hey, we're on
singularity
our way,
of it.
by the way.
The singularity of it. Like, literally, max headroom was the entire Chicagoland area, right? Versus this
So far,
is,
this has just been seen in
this
a
is
Super 8
one
hotel.
fucking TV and one hotel room.
Yeah.
I want to know the criteria behind whoever did
Now,
this.
he-
Like, why is it? Was there somebody staying there? Was
He
your
stated-
ex-girlfriend staying there?
He stated that he went to the same room and he only saw it in that one room. He didn't go to any other rooms. The other people that went there and took the video footage, they did not clarify if they went to other rooms or not.
So he found the portal to the ghost dimension.
Probably
Oh,
the ghost zone.
We just covered this.
The dead zone.
I think it's called the Field Institute Studies.
Right.
The Star
Yes.
something.
hey, let's send this to them. This is one of their
exactly.
entries, right?
Yeah.
It's a TV from a multiverse.
This is how it starts.
That is.
Replaces your cookies.
That's what I brought to the table today. Just a real simple, but on face value.
That's creepy.
Face value creepy. When you look 5 minutes into it, it's not as creepy, but still very interesting nonetheless.
Well, the questions are more creepy though. Like, it's one hotel room. Like, what the fuck's the point? Like, what is
also,
the point?
Shout out to YouTube channel Pixels After Dark. They're how I found this, and
Oh, nice.
a lot of their content is great. The dude's from like fucking New York galore because he's got such a heavy accent. It's great. I love it. That's what I got. What kind of
I liked
spooky scares do you guys
So
got?
I simply because I have multiple. Do you care if we pick one of mine and take just
go
to
for
see
it.
where that goes?
Yeah, by
The
all
only
means.
reason I say that is because after we all go through what we have, I have a couple more if we'd like to talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm gonna, as is tradition with my weird internet finds, I'm gonna let you guys decide which one we do. So I've got three. I've got one. I've got the terrifying face of the internet's first AI cryptid.
Okay.
I've got Zane Wiley's Skulls, which is a website specifically for ordering and receiving human remains.
Ooh, okay.
Whether it be an entire body, certain parts of it,
Things I didn't know I needed.
or we can go to the National Governmental Archives, where we can go over some of their most unexplained images ever taken by a government camera.
What are you thinking, Mike?
It's a wide
I know
range.
what you have. I say we don't go with the skull one right now, but
Okay.
maybe
Right.
after.
That's fine.
I'm interested in the government photography.
I think I am too. The UWAPs.
Yeah, the UOPs.
UOPs.
So yes, Doug, already has a lead on this. This is a bunch of records that have been archived by the U.S. government, and then if you go to www.archives.gov, that's just the website. It's the National Archives, and you can find all sorts of topics. There's all sorts of resources. However, there's one link that will take you. It's under the research by topic, and it says records related to unidentified anomalous phenomena, or
WAPs.
UAPs.
WAPs. WAPs. WAPs.
UAPs.
I don't know how to do any
at
better
the
than
national-
that.
WAP. 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 WAP.
And this is the National Archives
Not
for the
fucking
U.S.
wrong.
government. So,
WAP.
there's a couple of different areas we can click on. So I've got still pictures and photographs of UAP-related records. I've got moving images and sound of UAP-related images. Text records, presidential library of related records, or National Archive blog posts and articles. All of these are unexplained.
Where's the unexplained dick pics?
That's probably under photographs.
Okay.
So you want to go
Probably
to
that one, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. We've got there's 7 pictures here under the records of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. We've got one under the records of headquarters for the U.S. Air Force, and we've got one under the U.S. Air Force Command. So everything seems to be airborne,
So
which might lead you to believe as to what these are images of.
let's look at NASA.
You want to do NASA? Okay. National Aeronautics and Space Administration.
NASA.
So we're just going to go through these 7.
NASA.
Mike, actually, can I send this to you so you can throw it up on the big screen for all of us?
Oh yeah.
So again, this is just a bunch of images taken by NASA that no one has been able to find any explanation for. And I love that we're doing this simply because NASA recently declassified the fact that aliens do exist and we have a spaceship.
Where'd you send it to me yet?
I'm just doing it in our fucking chat.
Bet I don't have Facebook. on
It's
here,
up your
no problem.
ass.
Cool.
So
Let me go to Discord then.
Hang on.
God, this sucks.
What?
Networking is terrible.
where are we at? What was the last
30
thing you
minutes.
said?
I was trying to introduce this. And then your bladder decided.
And then
to be
you're
a
like,
piece of
yeah,
shit.
UAP, and I was like, oh, pee.
Peeing. It's time for peeing.
UAP. You a P?
You a pee.
I will pee. Haha.
All right. You know what we're just
Anyways.
gonna do? Wowie.
Wowie zowie.
We did have a quote book at one point, and I don't know who I can't remember who was
Yes,
running it.
he
To
did
be
not.
fair,
Zowie.
Hang on. We gotta try that again. Ready? Wowie.
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 Zowie. Zowie.
That was awful. What do we?
to be fair, you wouldn't, and we just all stopped.
That's true. We did.
We stopped. Yeah, one success.
We're back
we'll stick
from
with there.
two men peeing.
Two men peeing in the same toilet.
Yeah.
Two men and a pee.
We were about to go over some really fucked up pictures. We've got 7 different
Really
pictures we can
fucked
go
up.
through.
Like
The
incomprehensible.
Incomprehensible. You just don't know it.
You can't even access
can't describe
these.
it.
There isn't a website.
Unless you're on the internet.
Oh yeah, that
If you're on the
that's
internet,
true.
you can find these.
If you're on the internet, you can.
Which
but
one am I clicking on?
Do the first one. So let's go over that one first. Let's just go top down. Sound good?
Okay.
So this first one.
Oh, that's interesting looking.
Yeah.
It's like a, I mean, I think that's just a Mylar balloon, but
See, that is what I thought as well. So
is
it
that a
looks
fucking
just like a
that a
Mylar
shit?
balloon.
is that poopy?
All we see is it's an older photo. Honestly, if I had to put a date to this, it'd be around like what, 70s, 60s?
Looks
Something
60s,
just
yeah.
like the graininess of it.
I would probably, if I was gonna like say a
So-
precise date, June 4th, 1964.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm getting from this picture.
That's a good guess.
There's
Doug.
nothing that told me the exact date, but
So
if I
this
had to
item
guess,
was produced or created on June 4th, 1964. The creator compiled or maintained the parent series photographs relating to agency activities, facilities, and personnel between 1960 and 1991. That's 30 years of unidentified phenomenon documentation.
Yo, 91. What a sick year.
Fuck you. So this is a simple image for anyone that is wondering. It looks like a Mylar balloon next to a tree. However,
You ever seen a circle next to a tree? That's what it looked like.
That's what this is. However, apparently this object, this object is
No, it's the
that's
bottom right one.
How about a drawing,
Thank
Mel?
you.
Can you get us a drawing?
It's the only button I know on that thing.
So we have this circular metallic image. It almost looks like just like a metal basin for something that somebody threw in the air.
You know those like metallic, or well, I say metallic, but you know those things that you see at like every roadside at like stop, and they're just magnets, and it's just like,
Yes.
yo, buy rocks, but those like magnets are in the thing. It's like always like a cart of some sort, and it has just like rocks in it.
Yes, yeah.
That's what that is.
That's basically
it's magnet.
It's just a magnet. So just to give you a little context, the way this site sets this up, it says the National Archives and Records Administration has established an unidentified anomalous phenomena records collection per sections, yada yada, bureaucracy. Fuck all that. Essentially, this is an archive. This site is dedicated to documenting the things that we cannot explain. Or
Again,
that the
and
government
I
can't
quote,
explain.
Jason said this is like the most like fucked up shit you're gonna see in a while. So keep in mind.
If you are trying to believe in aliens and how frequently they visited Earth, this might fuck you up a bit.
You ever seen a cigar?
Yeah, a lot of these are pretty, like,
If you were to
Good
throw a
looking.
cigar at a tree,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this is literally just anyone can look at this.
And these
This
are
is a
government,
governmental. This is a government-run agency.
So
I
do-
love that actually.
have you
Sorry, go ahead.
have you looked into this enough to where, like, if they have done any type of protocol or anything to try to debunk these images, or are they just collect them because they're on government
And-
equipment?
Like
Did someone take a picture with a government camera and they're like, "That's the government's now," or did they actually try to debunk these?
Yes. So these images have been through stringent debunking processes through the government, and that's kind of what they set up in the 3-4 paragraphs that they.
The interesting ones.
A lot of the like photos you're gonna see here are classic like saucer
yeah.
photos. And
Like this one's like clear as fucking day.
Well, no, I know.
That's the
most of these photos are ones that you're gonna see like that's like the like
That's what like
That's
I want to
that
believe
one's-
photo.
Attack
You know
of
what
the
I'm
aliens.
saying? Like
Yeah.
these photos are the classic photos that you've seen from like the 60s, 70s, etc. area.
These probably sparked like series
lot of
like
the-
the X-Files.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like honestly,
yeah.
like these photos They were like, somebody had to have taken them. People had to have seen them. They just were not released until the government decided to come out and say, hey, aliens exist. Also, look, here's a bunch of pictures of said aliens that we can't explain. Now, the first couple of paragraphs basically state, and again, you have to take this on the word of the website, and that's very unfortunate. Just like we're taking the word of the government saying that aliens do exist, similar. Apparently, these photos have been put through very stringent vetting processes, trying to figure out, like, sifting through the XIF data. Basically, the XIF data is everything that identifies where the photo was taken, when it was taken. It's a bunch of digital tags that will just tell you things.
To be fair, I didn't do any research on this topic beforehand. I like this stuff.
You just know this a lot.
However, I'm very curious to see what UFON, what the ufologists have to say about this specifically, which I would love to look up prior to this whole thing. Because I know that like people who are like very big followers of like what's real, what isn't real, like where to go watch, where to not watch, or like what to be aware of. The government is actually our wow, how am I going to say this without sounding like an idiot? When it comes to aliens and the government, the last people we want to tell us that these are real pictures of aliens is the government.
Correct. I agree with
I don't
you.
know how to say that any better than that. You know what I'm saying?
I want you to hold that feeling, and I agree with you, because if it's this governmental institution telling us this, my first instinct is to say, you're wrong. This is not what it is. This is something different. We are being misled, because that's just kind of the fucking...
Holy shit, that's a 7 head on that dude. Did you see that?
That's a lot, man. That is a lot of forehead.
That's not even a That's like... His hair has exited his body. It's like behind his head.
He does not have to move to leave orbit, is what you're saying.
Anyway, sorry.
No, so again, the preamble to all of this is that the National
Project Blue Book.
Archives
Hell
has had these in custody for a long time, and they've done a lot of tests to verify the authenticity and what this site, the governmental site, promises. Again, governmental.
All right,
Please
so
take that with a grain of salt. These are all their official images.
So someone in Discord asked us a good question.
What's that?
What if Finland or Scotland asks or tells us that this is an unidentified alien, unidentified object that we don't know what it is? They're like,
these 7 images,
they're like,
right?
this is real. If it wasn't the U.S. government, how do you feel about it then? Because remember what we said in Project Serpo.
Yeah.
That there is a consensus between governments.
Global consensus.
That if something has...
They're all going to be on the same page.
They're going to be like, you know what? We're going to tell everyone about this.
And we're all going to have the same facts.
Look
We're
at
going to make
this
sure we
one.
have our
What the
stories are the
fuck?
same. Yes. Okay, fuck. I'll get to this one in just a second, because this one was famous. However, Doug, you bring up a good point. You are 100% correct. There is a global coalition to have a united front.
As far as we know.
As far as we know, there's a global coalition to have a united front when it comes to alien craft or any kind of outside, like, extraterrestrial contact. We are, according to the world governments,
Basically, it's like the Geneva Convention for aliens.
Yeah, we're supposed to look like we are all united. We, as humans that live here, know that we all are not fucking united at all, but that's how we're supposed to look. So the governments of the world have this coalition when it comes to extraterrestrials. When we're talking about these pictures...
The problem is that only the U.S. government is telling us this.
Correct. That is where I'm like, I don't trust the fucking U.S. government.
If there's if Mexico or if fucking Canada had a website with the same shit, then maybe I'd be like, okay, maybe we're onto something.
So I will say, to that point, Mike just pulled a picture up.
I know.
Of
it's
a
a
very
good one.
This image
Is this supposed to be the UFO?
Yes.
This just looks like a piece from like a
it looks like the
spaceship.
tip of a spaceship.
It looks like the return pod for a command pod with a parachute, maybe a heat shield or something like that. The one thing, so what does it say down at the bottom?
Copy and paste these into Discord for people so that they can
Seriously.
see this.
So this was a rendezvous with this craft in orbit. This craft is not supposed to be in orbit. There's no record of it.
That's what someone who's not in orbit would want you to think.
Now again, we're getting
Big
this,
orbit wants
are-
you to think otherwise.
we are getting this from the government. And if nobody has claimed this, that does not mean it doesn't belong to them. However, this is an unexplained photo according to NASA. So it's included. However, there's one other photo in here. Which one is it? Hold on. Still pictures. There's one of an actual in orbit UFO. Although most of these look like, where is it? Microfilm. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Ground to air. Flying object. Okay, so we also, under these photos, we also have a lot of different reports, just visual reports of these things happening. There are several different reports of...
Sick.
Wow.
I forgot it was like right by my right hand. And I just fucking...
Oh, here.
I think there's paper towel on the
Over there.
somewhere. Maybe. Good luck.
Either way,
If not, you'll have to get some.
so there's a bunch of different text logs of conversations, of visual reports, of all of these different run-ins with UFOs, and I'm starting to get a little like, we could talk a lot more about this. I just want to call attention to the fact that this website is just, it's like, I'd never heard of this before. I'd never heard of the fact that the fucking government had put out a bunch of unexplained UFO images.
It honestly, it doesn't surprise me too much. I wonder when this website was made.
There's a lot of questions.
I wonder if it was made around the time as the Freedom of Information Act.
Yes, the
And
Patriot Act.
And they just put this out there because they're like,
It's a red herring.
We're going to throw this out there so they can stop pestering us about it. Here is your proof of UFO footages. Now leave us alone with the requests. It might be something like that.
I can absolutely see that, and there's no way to substantiate any of that.
I think the U.S. government can only hide like files and shit. I think it's for like 70 years or something.
75.
75. So maybe some of these photos were on their way out or something. So they created the website and
Well,
just threw them on there and just didn't
real
say
quick.
anything.
Let's be real.
They were
If
taken in the 60s.
government wants to hide photos, they're never going to release it in 70 years.
They're not going to follow the fucking law.
If
Like,
something's
what?
going to cause mass hysteria and panic, they're not.
But also, wouldn't you say that releasing these helps with that kind of? So it's that same thing where like right now we even have like government trials about like unidentified objects and everything, but they're calling them UAPs, not UFOs. That just like on here, they're just soft landing it. They're not calling them UFOs because they're not still admitting that they're alien. They're just saying we don't know what it is.
Well, that's the thing,
and that's the other side of it.
That's the cop out. Is they're like, oh, we don't know what it is. They're like, could it be aliens?
Well, that's why
Maybe
I'm
it
also
is,
not
but, like-
surprised that this exists. I mean, it's the same like it's the same concept to me as well. That like on the FBI's website, the
Yes.
fucking Majestic 12
Yeah.
documentations.
It's
on
right there.
They
Just
claim
look it all up.
They still say it's false, but like it's still there.
I still question though if they realized that Americans. I don't know if they realized Americans back that like. I say back in the day, it's only like 30, 40 years.
Right.
But like, well, it's actually a lot longer than that. But you get what I'm saying.
Like 60, but yeah.
But like, I don't think they realized that like Americans were gonna get all up in their business. You know what I'm saying? They're like, well, we'll
We're a
release
bunch
this
of curious
document.
fuckers.
But then they were like, oh shit, people are reading this, bro.
I don't know.
Oh, this is like the hidden in plain sight thing, but also somebody stumbled across it.
Well, there's a lot of things that you can say like for this stuff. Like, for example, you know, they're like, oh, the government's gonna release a document that says UFOs are real, essentially. And then, but like, what is that covering up? That's the thing you hear all the time.
Yeah.
And now you
What
have
are they
if they're
trying
telling
to?
us
What are they
that, then
trying
what
to
are they
hide?
actually
from,
now
hiding?
you have
know?
to question the veracity of
So-
that
You're giving us this to
statement.
shut
Yeah.
us up so we don't ask more questions.
But I think that's even more tinfoil hat than the fact that they're just like, hey, here's aliens. We don't know if they're real or not. And like, maybe that's just the plain brunt of it. Like, maybe that's all it is. Like, they're like, we don't fucking know, guys. Like, here's
Here,
what we have.
Weird, we don't know.
If you can,
we have microwaves now, I don't know
the
what
U.S.
happens.
government said you fucking figure it out.
Seriously, the 60s
I mean,
happened.
we do the same shit.
Yeah.
No,
it's-
like, hey,
and
I
see,
saw this murder online.
Yes.
Is
Oh
it
my
real?
God.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you know?
care? Like,
And that's where I'm at here because, like, what is the goal here? What is the goal? If the goal is to actually make headway here, it makes sense for them to share all this truthfully, factually. You know what I mean? If the goal is to make headway.
Yeah, I guess.
If the goal is to not make headway and to keep this hidden, this makes sense that this is all just a false flag, a bunch of bullshit. However, the fact that we can't tell you one way or another is kind of why we're talking about it, because this is legitimately on a government website. There are pictures of aliens.
I now understand why you were like, you guys are going to talk about this for 45 minutes, because me and Mike will talk about aliens forever.
That's what I'm saying.
Man.
We love aliens.
We can debate the veracity of these images forever.
If you want to hear us talk more about aliens, let us know, because
You know
we
what, I'm a
will.
little-
We will.
You know what? I'm a
Yes.
little surprised was not an image that I came across on there that
What's up?
is weird that it's not. Also, something I wouldn't mind us talking about one day is the Black Knight.
The Black Knight. I fucking knew that's where you're going. Yeah. That
Fucking
is.
knew it.
I feel like
That one, to me, is the most fascinating of all because it's literally still up there right now. We just don't know what the fuck it is.
we have no
we
idea
have
what
theories.
it is.
It's a fucking blanket. It ain't no fucking blanket.
And also, it's been photoshopped out of a lot of images that have been taken.
Yeah.
Well, NASA also cuts off a lot of their streams
Yeah.
anytime something like,
Whoa! Look at the sun.
ah, shit.
Hey, there's
You
a lot
think
of shit to look
they
at.
gotta have a guy that's just like 24/7 watching the stream, like
100%.
with a hand on a button with like
Nope.
the clicks and that hang in there, baby. That comes up.
yeah, just the cat in the background, like hang in there, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
gonna take that sound effect out because that sounds horrendous with it.
That's funny. Okay, before I spill this again, let's take a shot.
Let's take this shot. Here's the aliens, guys. They might exist. They might be here already, but we won't
Also,
know.
I don't know if it's just America government talking about aliens and stuff. Because keep in mind, remember, the Mexican government had that whole thing. I know it was fake, but
The Peru aliens.
yeah,
That's
I
why
know
I
those are
mentioned it.
fake. But I want to say, if I recall correctly, a lot of things has been happening in like the Mexican government when it comes to aliens.
You're not wrong.
For the past like 10ish years.
I'm just
So,
waiting until one of the X-ray images is not a legit flip.
Just a paper
and-
mache
No, it's
thing.
just it's flipped and turned a bit, and it's the same fucking image from an alien body that was presented in like the 80s. It was made with 2 human femurs and a shoulder or some shit. Like, nope. I will wait for the.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything suspicious about why they put this on a government website. If you're asking me, I think it's just there because,
It's just a rabbit hole.
like you said, it was captured on government equipment, so they're gonna put it on a government archival thing. It's gonna keep the conspiracy nuts busy. It's gonna shut them
Exactly.
up. It's
Yep,
just
that's
everyone
exactly
wins
what
in
it
this
is.
situation.
And-
And if you ask me,
now that you say that, and I think back to the pictures that we see. Go ahead.
and just sorry to cut you off, but last thing,
No, you're
I
not.
do not think that they. Yeah, I'm not. I also don't think you said that they like vetted and looked into those photos. I seriously doubt they did more than a day's looking into them.
Again, they
They
said
don't care.
they vetted and looked into
Yeah,
the photos.
they don't care enough.
That's the biggest thing. It's
You're taking the word.
we're getting fed this from the government because they know exactly what you said. It's going to cover this group. It's going to cover that group. It'll allow this annoying group to have a field day and do their thing. It doesn't really matter. In the end of
Keeps
the
them
day,
occupied.
at the end of the day, in my mind at least, the only thing that matters is that are aliens real or not? Yes or no? Doesn't matter. The day I see that spaceship in the sky and they come down and
See ya.
start fucking
Later.
Mars attacking us, that's what matters. Because otherwise, it's just a fun thing to be like,
and there's no
are they
reason
real?
for
Are they
aliens to
not?
come here peacefully either.
That
If
is-
they're coming
that's-
here. They're
that's
coming here with
debatable.
a purpose.
that's debatable on a
It depends.
huge amount of levels that we could go over, especially with Anunnakis. And
But we
like,
won't.
We might.
Not right now.
Not right now.
Not today.
But we might.
We want to.
But not right now.
We want to.
But maybe.
But no.
Maybe we will.
That's, So for one of my topics, that's all I have. It's just a collection of the most unexplained, unidentified phenomenon the government has to offer. I don't know. It's cool, especially if you're into like the government conspiracy shit. Like you get to ask the question, like, okay, how much of this is real? How much of this is Photoshop? What are they trying to do? What are they trying to distract from? What are they hiding?
I'm
Like, it's just fun.
I'm both happy and upset we went with this one because
And
I'm
aroused?
so glad that we talked about aliens, but also we just talked about aliens for like a half hour straight now.
I know.
I knew it was
We're
gonna
like,
happen.
we're going to keep this episode
Yeah.
an hour. We're
Where are we
50
at?
minutes in.
We got 10
Okay.
minutes.
All right.
Go.
I got you guys.
yeah.
This is it's an easy one.
Oh, I don't give a shit if we go over. I just thought that was very amazing.
Oh, we're going to. 100%.
So
I don't give a shit. I'm having
I
fun.
brought this one to the table. Actually, you can thank Mike for this one because I had a busy week and I was unable to do my due diligence and find
Doug's
a fun.
fucking lazy, bro.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
We didn't record last week. You had 2 weeks, bro.
I had 2 weeks to
Lazy
do
piece of
nothing,
shit,
and it was
dude.
amazing. All right.
It do be nice.
No, I went to a fucking
The work
haunted
thing.
hayride and did all this shit. It was fine. Anyways, so did all my research today. Great topic. Great topic for you guys. I swear. It's great. This is
I like it.
this is called seemyrot.com, and if you were on the internet a long time ago, you'll know about this. It's basically a fucking internet tourist trap, which I love. I think it's great. I think everything about
term.
this screams
It's the Six Flags
early,
of internet.
early internet bullshit that you used to go to.
No.
So
tourist attraction.
let's break it down
Oh.
piece by piece, and then just ruin it for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay?
Why do you
So-
call it a tourist trap? By the way,
That's accurate.
You will understand
It is unfortunately
once I start
accurate.
talking about it. Okay, so basically, a user by the name of Chef IL11, which I assume is like Chef Illinois 11. I don't know. I don't really care. They make a post on this forum called "Straight Dope Messaging Boards," and this is in 2004. And they
Fred
basically
Rally.
go to say that they visited this site called seemyrot.com, which if you guys are our age in our fucking mid 30s, y'all know websites
not
like
a kid, not accustomed to these.
Like rotten.com,
like
the
rotten.com, like it's the screaming Temple of the Screaming Electron,
Yep.
anything like that. This site probably came up on your radar
Oh, yeah.
at some point. Possibly.
100%.
They were sites that you'd go to get a shock value from. They were sites that you would go to just be like, hey, bro, did you see this fucking site? It's 2004.
A man cuts his head off in this.
The second tower just fell.
How old? Okay, before I'm so sorry, Doug. How old were the both of you when either of you saw your first beheading video?
Oh,
have
God.
yet to still see one, and I'm very
Really?
happy with that. Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
That's actually shocking.
Had to have been I would have had to have been junior high because
Okay, ooh, was it dial-up or was it onto the bigger and better?
it was a
like
T1
DSL?
line because my
Okay.
buddy's dad worked from home
Gotcha.
in 2000 because he was a stockbroker.
So he was rich.
You could say that.
Yeah. Considering Joe Rogan was paying $1,000 a month in the '90s for
internet.
one megabyte, or no, it was 3 megabyte internet,
Yeah.
I think, to play Quake.
Oh, hell yeah.
We should do that for game night. By the way, I
fun.
have 4 copies.
Yeah.
So long story short, my buddy his house was the place we would go, and like he had a computer in his room. He actually had 2 computers technically, but one was in his brother's room, and then we had like a GameCube and this, and we'd do this setup where we'd rotate and we'd go through someone would be on the computer for an hour, someone would be on the GameCube for an hour. Anyways, either way, whoever was on the computer was always pulling up these bullshit websites, right? You'd be like, oh, we got to go to rotten.com. There's a fucking nun with her pussy out. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a fucking guy with his head cut off. Like, oh, shit, there's a motorcycle accident. We got to see this. It was that kind of like, oh, we need to know. We need to see. We just like, the internet's so new and it's so crazy, right? Like, you can see all this
Wild
shit on the
West.
fucking website.
Yeah.
This site is very much not that, to be fair. It was one of those sites that you might have ventured to in that era, but it's definitely not on the level of rotten.com or anything like that. With a name like See Me Rot, you think of a lot worse stuff. But hear me out. So
It's a lot more creepy than what it comes out to be.
it's a lot more
eerie.
perverted than what it is.
Well, no, See Me Rot sounds more
Oh,
eerie
yes.
than what you get out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, like See Me Rot. Like that's kind of
SeeMeRot.com
fucked up.
sounds like the website in an early 2000s horror movie about a cursed website. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like you click on that and then like the fucking ring lady comes out of your monitor.
You've
7
got
years later.
18 seconds, and I'm gonna fuck you. Anyway, so let's like go over the actual website. So it's called seemyrot.com. The site isn't real anymore. You can't go and visit it unless you go to the Wayback Machine, which obviously will always let you visit those old websites.
Oh, they captured it on there?
It's very much captured. And I actually have a progression of how it's captured. But right now, if you go there, all you're going to get introduced to is an Australian website where they make like fucking coffee machines and shit like that. I really don't understand why the URL is See Me Rot, but that's fine.
Maybe the company's name
It's aptly named.
is like
Not gonna lie.
See Me Rot.
maybe the coffee machine is called E-Rot. And they're like, people want to see E-Rots, man.
No, that doesn't make sense at all. Moving on from that bullshit. So basically, if you were in if you were on the website in 2003 and you went to seemerot.com, not with a W, what the fuck, you would see a webcam, and essentially this place was designed to be a live webcam watching a deceased 40-year-old woman rot inside of her coffin. It's kind of fucked up when you hear it out loud, right?
I will say
you're like, holy shit! Like,
would you?
what?
But would you would not click on that though?
I mean, I would have, yes.
That is, yeah. Face value.
Absolutely.
Face value. Very interesting idea.
Right, and you're like, really? Like, you're gonna just
That would be a
film
cool
this woman
idea.
rotting away in her thing, and then that makes sense. In 2003, though, there was no such thing as a live stream.
Yeah.
It was one picture every 10 seconds or something, or like it was much slower than that. Actually, it was something along those lines, though. So
Yeah,
like,
picture a
you're getting
day,
like a one,
some-
yeah, like I think it was actually a picture a day. So like 1 frame a day doesn't really like equal out to anything, right? So she was buried in the year 2003, and there's a whole story behind it. They're like, we drove 2,000 miles. This lady knew what she wanted to do. They were okay with it. We took the body. We buried
When
it where
I
they
die,
wanted to.
Hook up a webcam to my corpse.
Yeah. This is the age of the internet.
I want to be viral.
Show my body to all those people. Clearly the idea is kind of morbid. Oh, we're gonna put a webcam in your coffin and people can watch you wither into nothing, right?
That is more fascinating than anything, if you ask me.
So it is kind of fascinating, honestly. I think that would be a time lapse of a body decomposing
It's
would
like
be
those
really
time-lapse
cool.
videos
actually.
of like I
would
didn't
watch
cut my
the
hair.
shit out of that.
I didn't cut my hair for a year. Here's the progression, and it's like a video of the progression. It's like that. Which I'm very.
I've
fascinated
seen
with.
somewhere that's
Yeah.
like, oh, here's me from like when I was like 12 to 18, and it's like a picture every day, and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But this is a little different. So they're like, okay. So the original poster, they're like, yo, she was buried in 2003. She looks kind of like too perfect. Like, I need help clearing this up. Like, internet, can you do your thing? Like, can you help me out with this? Like,
I know a mortician that listens, so they might be able to help us out with that too.
exactly. I have the
Please
answer,
help.
but that's fine. So when you go to this website, it's like the most classic Flash fucking website you've ever seen in your life. It's just
It's like the Backrooms was a digital experience.
really typical. Like you get to the front page and it's just seemerot.com, and then there's like a box with a coffin on it. It says continue to see me rot, but above it and below it is live hot gay cams and live sexy girl cams.
Oh yeah.
So like you're already just like immediately like, wow, okay. So if you click on seemerot.com, it takes you to a page where it says live head cam 1 per 24 hours and live foot cam 1 per 4 seconds.
Oh, stop right there.
The foot
man.
cam, gotcha.
It got priority over
Hell
the
yeah.
rest of the body.
So
One every 4 seconds compared to one a day.
they're like, these feet, people
want
need the feet. So
People want
Hey
feet.
man, Wikipedia is rising in popularity.
yeah, WikiFeed is where it's at. So there's a couple things
These guys
you'll
were
notice.
ahead of their time in 2004.
They knew what they were about, and I mean, shit. When we get to the end of this, you're gonna be like, "Oh my god." So, all right. So the first thing you're gonna see is it's like such a typical Flash website in the like 2000s, like like Nickelodeon's like, "Go visit our website," and it's
Space
just like,
Jam.
bam, bam, bam. Everything's like super, just like in your face kind of thing. Well, this one has like a whole like paragraph about what's going on. It's got a few tabs that you can click on. It's all just the worst. I'm not even gonna go over it because like contact the family. It's just exactly what I kind of told you about. Hot links. It's all porn. Next project. It's porn. Contact us. It
porn.
leads you to a company that it isn't even exist anymore. So, we'll just go over a couple things. So, when you visit the site, the first thing you see is this big wall of text, and it says, "Welcome to seemerot.com. This site is dedicated to all who have gone before us. 2 months ago, we attached the world's first live coffin cam." Someone gung me, please. to the interior of our subject's casket. This was done after friends and family had seen the deceased for the last time. We then traveled over 2,000 miles with the casket to the family's chosen burial place, undisclosed to protect the gravesite. And then having arrived at the graveyard, a small ceremony was held, after which the final preparations were made, blah, 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 blah. And then from the base in Seattle, we can control lights and refresh rate of the camera and equipment. We anticipate a final transmission on or around July 2004 due to decomposition of the casket and ultimate cave-in of the staging area, which I don't think the casket usually caves in. I think the body usually just becomes a skeleton.
Also, it takes way more than a year, I think.
So we'll get there. So now...
Well, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared told us all about this.
That's true.
That's true.
How to die.
Yeah.
What you should say to your
well,
friends
if you die,
when you die.
usually you come back. It's fine.
Yeah.
So long story short, if you were to follow this in a yearly progression, the website changes every once in a while. So in 2004, their projected date of this ending, we get an update that says, latest news, new cam going into the ground, end of July 2004. That's it. That's all that changes. The other things that change are the weird porn ads on the site. That also changes.
Nice.
Because one of them is really, really funny, and it is called, The Naked Gnome. They're really heavily doing that. So if we skip a year ahead to 2005, the latest news says, July 2005, more legal issues in the USA, details to follow. But they really don't give any details. So then we go to 2006, and it says, latest news, June 2006, we won our legal battle. We've resumed the right to install a broadcast live cams from the grave. We are now in the process of setting up new hardware and will be live again with our most recent edition shortly. I just want to say, the same picture of this woman has been on the website since 2003. She is not decomposed at all. She is the same picture. She looks fresh as the fucking day. All right? Hasn't changed a bit. Keep that in mind. So let's fast forward 2 more years to 2008. Their newest news is August 2008. It seems as though every attempt we have made to retrieve our equipment from the police in Cebu province has failed. We are having new equipment delivered and hand shipped to us, hopefully before the deadline in 3 days. The project is driving us all nuts, and we could end up being here for months if we miss this opportunity. None of this makes sense. There's no context to any of this, right?
Yeah.
And basically nothing happens after that. If you fast forward to 2013 on the Wayback Machine, the website changes into the owner's hands of what now is called not fucking seemerot.com, but omgbitches.com. They have somehow
very credible
changed that to this. And then it goes about changing like this a handful of times into a handful of different porn sites.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, up until 2013, it was this, and now I think it was 2022.
Damn.
We now have seemerot.com as what it is now today, which is the Australian coffee machine company.
It's so weird.
It's just such a big, weird thing, right?
I gotta look that up real quick.
So basically, all in all, it kind of seems like this big ploy for a porn company to just make a weird fetish site, because on the very first year,
do you need a reason though?
No, not really. But it was 2003. People didn't really know where the internet was going, right?
Was that the reason?
So they were like, let's make a fetish for necrophilia and feet at the same time. And then after the first year, they're like, scratch the feet. We don't like the feet. The feet's not happening.
Dead body fucking is really
dead
where it's
body
at.
fucking.
Yeah.
We're going to continue with that.
Yeah.
And then from 2004 to 2008, they were really playing off this ploy of man, if we could only show this dead body some more. And it just didn't work. And nothing came from it other than the fact that all they were doing was changing the advertising on this website to different porn links, to different fucking gay men in your area, fucking fat bitches in your area. It was all this really weird
hard women under your
advertising.
bathroom.
But if you think about it, back in the day, advertising was a little different. It wasn't just you get a pop-up based on your cookies, people are following what information. This site was changing the ads themselves.
Oh.
Like it wasn't just a pop-up. It
So
was an ad on the site.
It was a conscious decision.
They were consciously changing the ads on the site to play into this one company to sell their porn. That's all it was.
That's so stupid.
I can't say for sure that it's just that.
Smeg.
But for me, oh my god. To
Mike
me,
found the one open lead.
yeah, right. To me, all it was this company basically being like, we're gonna make porn, we're gonna do porn, and
We just don't want to say it out loud.
we don't know what kind of porn will do well, and here's a website for potentially people getting off to fucking dead bodies. So that's what this website was. The reason I call it a tourist trap is because if you would have gone to this at our age back in 2003, I was 12 years old.
Yeah.
I would have been like, holy shit, there's a dead body. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention, I forgot. If you use the Wayback Machine and look at a bunch of different dates from the beginning to like 2005-ish, the decomposition photos that they're sending to the website every day is the same 2 photos. The same JPEG file saved.
So this is all fake.
So every time
Gotcha.
it's all fake. It was
It's
all
just a big
bullshit.
hoax.
It was a big hoax. So
Interesting though.
I also think
definitely pretty weird.
I think
Definitely took some time to
whatever
talk
this
about.
coffee thing is, I think this is fake too. There's something about this that isn't right.
Oh, it's very weird.
dude, yeah.
First
This
and
is a
foremost,
whole
it's
other
AI
rabbit hole.
First and foremost, while I'm here real quick, there's nothing there's no information about what this site is. There's nothing to sell me. There's just this homepage, and then so to fry with a convection oven, and you click on that, it's just like convection onions are pretty sweet. But there's nothing here, and down at the bottom there's these banners that don't link to anything. And they have no purpose. There's something
The
sketchy about
website
this.
is called seemierot.com.
There's something sketchy about this.
It doesn't so either seemierot is a full word,
Or it's like
its own
Cimero.
word.
You forgot the N.
It might be like Cimero.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you mean I forgot the N?
You forgot the N
N in what?
in semen rot.
Oh yes,
Oh, yeah.
you're right.
Oh, is that not what you're saying?
Yeah, but also yeah. Okay.
Well, I understand. I definitely misunderstood this.
Oops.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
there's something.
I think there is more to this, but a lot of people.
This
This
seems like a
website doesn't
hoax
lead
site.
you to anywhere.
That's what this seems like a fake site. for
It
some
looks
reason.
AI generated.
This might be like a placeholder site.
Lorem
I mean,
ipsum.
the same website has changed over and over and over again over the years. So this could someone maybe
Someone's
just
updating it.
someone may have just wanted this
something.
website and been like, all right, I want the website name. I don't want to lose it. Here's this
That's what I'm saying. I
bullshit
think this is just
website.
a template of
Well,
sorts.
Next, go after
Oh,
south32.com.
here's an address if we ever want to go there.
34 Yangon
In
Drive,
Bannoon.
New South Wales.
North South.
North South Wales. 2347 Australia. Somebody look that up.
Goddamn.
Tell me what's going on there.
Because we don't care enough to look it up.
Yeah.
Wow.
I gotta fucking pee again.
That was a fun time, boys. Well, let's just wrap it.
Yeah, I
episode
think-
up
I
then, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
save
think
my
so.
other two for next time for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, absolutely.
They're fun ones, but it's one of them will take way too long to talk about. So yeah, let's just save that shit.
All right, yeah. Thanks
Can
for
you,
thanks for chiming in with us
send me
here,
out?
gang, and hanging out with us on these weird oddities that we found on the internet.
Oh, we love this shit.
from
fucking weird.
a face in the static
Yeah.
to UFOs to
Governmental alien pictures.
a woman in a casket.
Yeah.
Love it
To-
all.
To fetish sites that make you think twice.
Oh,
Oh,
wait
yeah.
till I talk about the fucking the website I found where you can agree to have somebody cut your arms or legs off as long as you're okay with it.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh,
I've always
that's
wanted
There's
that.
a fucking serial killer guy that
Are you?
Yeah, there's also
kidding
just
me?
a service that lets you do that if you want it.
he pretty much made it.
It's pretty
I
great.
hate my fucking life right now.
Why is that, buddy?
Again?
It's this fucking snapped
We'll
it.
put it down.
Doug, you're killing me here.
I am killing you.
Oh no.
Paper towel.
We'll figure it out later.
Yeah. Fuck. What's that guy's fucking name?
I didn't do it with my limb this
Harold.
time.
It was Harold. You're absolutely right. Harold.
We have too many fucking wires, bro.
I know.
Harold.
We're too wired. That's okay.
Harold.
Everybody, we love you so much. We hope you enjoyed this akin to
go to
original Deludi.
Yeah, it just
I don't know.
a fun little,
I'm very drunk right now.
just a fun little thing. It's always a fun little thing with
It's
us.
always just like what's in my pants.
Deludi After Dark is going to be more unhinged.
Oh yeah.
so-
dude.
Oh my God! Right. I forgot we're doing a thing.
Oh
Yep.
yeah,
We're doing a thing.
Visit our socials.
Are we streaming
and
that?
Everything.
Might as well, right?
Linktree.com
Let's keep it up.
/DeludiePod, Deludi.com, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Just look up our name. You know the deal.
Send in your fucking hometown horrors.
Take a picture of one of your ass cheeks.
We have a lot of hometown horrors that
we
have been
do.
sent in, so please keep sending them in.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to start archiving them essentially.
We're gonna have to go through them. If we can fit them all, awesome. I don't know if we'll be.
I don't
able
know
to,
if we
though.
will be able to this year. This
We're
is the
gonna-
most we've ever had.
We're gonna
also,
have a-
please stop sending us stories about your small town. Everyone starts with "in my small town." I love it. They're great. Send me something.
But that's
different.
how the
My small town of New York City.
in my
New
microwave
York
on Tuesday.
City.
No, yeah, please keep sending them. If we have to archive some, I'm so sorry, but we are going to try to get it through as many of them as possible. If it's a 2-hour episode, I don't fucking care. I'm editing,
Anyway,
so
yeah.
that's all me.
Well, bye everybody. Have a blessed day.
Don't
Have
die.
a blessed day.
Also, Discord, stick around. We're doing another one.
Yep.
We're doing a boner.
Bye.
Bye-bye.